Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I got some beautiful cherries today. They're in season and it was not too rainy. It's pretty dry in Germany, so we have good cherries. I know that when the rain is coming down a lot, there's no cherries. I had seen that years ago, and now with the more dry weather we have cherries. Nice cherries. And I make a breakfast with bananas and cherries and ice cream on top. And I put all that in a yogurt dressing. That is my favorite dressing in these days. And there's endless variety to refine the yogurt dressing, to prepare the fruit salad, to change the fruit salad, and the ice cream on top. So yogurt here, cashew yogurt, and date mousse. Just the right amount to coat all the cherries and the bananas. That's the combo, the theme of the breakfast today. Cherries and bananas. Love them together. And the cashew yogurt is made with cashews and water and bacteria. And you see how I make it in another video. You can watch that. It's linked under this one. And the same is with the date mousse. Also, there's another video how to make date mousse linked under this one. You're just blending date with water. For the cashew yogurt, I would recommend to start with a ratio 1:1, cashews and water. And then not even the tip of the tiny little finger of the powder that is called bacteria culture, acidophilus. If you put that together and blend it together with the cashews and the water, and you have a nice base for the yogurt. Overnight, the bacteria begin the fermentation into yogurt. The sugar from the cashews is fermented into this sour yogurt. Acidophilus, the friend of sour, acidophilus, that's the name of the bacteria that are for yogurt. And once you have a yogurt batch, you don't need more bacteria. It's already in the yogurt. It never dies. You can make batch after batch after batch. I show that in the video. There are several of them. You find it very easy to make. It's wonderful for breakfast because it is so nutritious. The yogurt adds the nuts, the calories, the fat, healthy fat and a little protein. And the fruit don't have that much. The fruit have just more carbohydrates, sugar, when you want to talk about nutrition and macronutrients. Here, 2 or so cups of cherries and some bananas go into the yogurt. I love that combination of bananas and cherries. I didn't want to have anything else in it. I just want to have cherries and bananas. I like this combination. And I found if you put too much into these fruit salads with the yogurt dressing, it can get a little bit hefty, a little bit heavy, a little bit too dense. Sometimes I like to add a nut or so, but the more you put into it, the heavier it gets. And this breakfast is really to focus on this combination of cherries and bananas. They are so nice together. And I do that all the day, every day. I try a new combination, or take a combination I already like the banana and cherry combination, and put it in a new recipe. These combinations, how the bananas play together with the cashew, with the bananas here, how the cherries play together with the bananas here, that is the idea of my cooking, of how I make recipes. I put together ingredients, combine them to make something more than its parts. Otherwise, why would you put it together if the ingredients as is are better than the rest? So this is the base here for the breakfast: cherries, bananas, and yogurt. A little bit of date mousse. Very simple, but so delightful. Sometimes when you add more, walnut, for example, or hazelnut or so, it can become a little bit, it takes away from this wonderful freshness of this and the exciting flavors of the sweet, sour cherry, and the deepness, the depths of this flavor, and then the lightness of the banana with a slightly bitter flavor, the texture, the soft texture of the banana, the plump texture of the banana. So this is so playing together so nicely. If you add something else, it might really take away from that. I don't want that. I really want that in the foreground. And now I get my frozen bananas for the ice cream. I come back in a sec. These are frozen bananas, and I freeze them when they are really ripe to get the nice texture of my ice cream. I just process the bananas, the frozen bananas, in a food processor, fitted with an S-blade. That's called an ice cream. And when you have the food processor with the S-blade, you can make scoops right away, if you do it right. So when you have a blender here, only, no food processor, you can also make the same ice cream, but it will be runnier. You might not be able to make the scoops right away. You might have to freeze the ice cream for an hour or so again before you can make the scoops. Either way. So I prefer, of course, the S-blade. The processor, slower, gets an easy grip on the frozen bananas. And to get it right, I recommend to freeze the bananas until the last moment. And now, that's why I paused the video. And to get the bananas right from the freezer. In the same way, I put also the other two ingredients, the date mousse. I showed you in another video how to make this before. It's linked under this one. And the cashew flour. I put them also into the freezer for 15 minutes or so, just to give me a little bit more time to process the ice cream before it melts. So this is the date mousse and the cashew flour. Refine the banana ice cream. Makes it really nice, especially the cashew flour. Please try that to make banana ice cream. It's like from an ice machine, so creamy. The cashews are perfect. But you can take any other nut or seed to refine your ice cream, give it flavors, hazelnut ice cream, walnut ice cream. It's very nice. And you have here, I have this electric coffee grinder, very inexpensive, and it makes these nut flours in seconds. Blender dance for Blitz ice cream. Look at my Blitz ice cream. Looks so beautiful. You can see already that it's still creamy. I mean, it's still cold enough to make the scoops. The beautiful shapes here. And it's creamy, so I'm able to process long enough to really incorporate everything evenly to make it smooth. Otherwise, you might have chunks. But this is the perfect texture for the ice cream, for making the scoops. Put that on top of my cherry dessert. Because the breakfast, on a hot summer day, I will eat these for breakfast. Fruit salad is perfect for breakfast. You can add also a granola, nuts, seeds, to make it last longer. But when you have a hot summer day, I don't need to eat that much, and I eat more fruit than nuts. And it's colder, I add more nuts, dried fruits, seeds, and so forth, granola. But in summer, I don't eat that much. I like to eat more fruit. But as you wish, you can also add other ingredients to these kind of breakfasts. The fun part here is the ice cream on top. I like that so much. I've been doing that now for some years, and I always add the fruit salad. And the fruit salad then has different kinds of dressing. This year and last year, part of it was yogurt dressings. And who knows what comes next. All these dressings are very simple, and you can, or cashew cream, for example, or other fruit creams. You can always refine them, change them in many different ways to incorporate always new ingredients, new combinations. All this is called food synergy, nutritional synergy. That makes the food more valuable. And we know now that most important for a healthy diet is a whole food plant-based diet with variety. The largest, greatest variety you can get, so the most different ingredients you can get. That's my message too. Daily new recipes and endless vegan variety. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video. Subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. I have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.